Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. Today we will discuss advanced Bollinger Bands theory and we will go over a few strategies together. This is the agenda for today. We're going to make a short introduction about who we are. Then we're going to give a short interview about Bollinger Bands. Then we're going to discuss how to use them in a trend. Then how to use them in a quiet market. And last, we're going to end with some risks to avoid when currency trading, and then with a Q&A section. Introduction. So who we are. So basically, we are Blue Sky Binary, an advanced binary education and trade recommendations group. This group comprises of senior traders who teach various binary option strategies, and we offer 24-hour trade support and analysis to allow binary traders to trade safer. BSB, which is us, in collaboration with Binary.com, we are delivering these webinars in order to educate you, the members, to become successful binary option traders. Binary.com meets our high watermark for quality as a highly trusted broker amongst an industry where trust is a major issue. And we will be discussing this at the end of the webinar when we are discussing about risks to avoid. Now, let's get into Bollinger Bands. And before we get into the strategies, let's have an overview first. What are Bollinger Bands? A lot of you may know this already, but you can see my screen here, you can see a chart, and you can see some of the Bollinger Bands here on the chart. And it's a simple candlestick chart, and you can just add the band. Any chart provider can offer you this. So what are Bollinger Bands? Bollinger Bands, in very simple words, represent the width or represent the area within which the price can move at any given point. So if you see here, the bands are here parallel, and the price is constantly moving between them. And every time the price tries to move above it or below the Bollinger Bands, then the bands will expand in order to contain the price. So this is what Bollinger Bands are in very simple words. And you have the upper band, the lower band, and the MA, which is the moving average. This is the middle band. Now, a brief discussion about the mathematics behind them. Now, in order to create the Bollinger Bands, first you need the MA. With the MA is basically the moving average of the last 14, 20, or 25 periods, regardless, depending on what you want to achieve. And so if you want to be looking at more in the past, you go for 25 periods. If you want to have a higher sensitivity, you go with 14, for example. Or if you just want to have one certain level and just don't play around with it, 20 is a good average, and you can go with that. Now, how you get to the upper and the lower band from the MA? You simply add and subtract two standard deviations of the price. So I won't go into the details and the mathematics, but it's just the upper band and the lower band are two standard deviations away from the moving average. Of course, again, on the same number of periods. So, and again, the number two of standard deviations can change, and this can be set up while you're setting up your Bollinger Bands. Now, regarding Bollinger Bands, there are three main things to know when you're looking at Bollinger Bands. First one is the width. What the width of the channel and of the Bollinger Bands represent is basically how much space the price has. The wider the bands, the wider the channel, then the more volatility in the market. Okay, so this is something you should keep in mind. The second thing is the relative movement. So if the bands are coming together or the bands are moving apart, this also gives you an indication of how the market is behaving. So if the bands are coming together, this is called convergence, and it means that the price is being constricted and is about to move around the MA. But when the bands are diverging, it means that there is a breakout and the price is heading towards up or down. So the bands will expand and the price is going to head south or north. And the third thing you have to be aware of regarding the Bollinger Band is the slope. Here you see flat flat or flattish Bollinger Band. And here, at some point after here, you see a certain slope, an upward slope. What this means basically is that if you have flat bands, it means that it's a quiet market and there are no news, not important news, and just the price will just continue being within a certain levels here, like the Bollinger Bands. This market is called also range-bound market. Now, when the price though is heading to, when the bands are sloping, then it means that the price is moving towards a direction. So the slope of the bands indicate the direction of the market. These are all basic things regarding Bollinger Bands that you should be aware before you start using them and trying to get examples and try to find opportunities based on them. So one last thing to note is that when the bands are flat, then the outer band, so the upper and the lower band, have the power to repel the price. So as you see many times here, they just repel the price. But when the bands are trending, it is the MA that has the power to repel the price. Not so much the outer bands, but the MA. Now, based on all these basics that we discussed, we'll discuss BSB, the core formation. Basically, BSB core is the group of strategies, the group of formation that we as a group have identified, and that are based on Bollinger Band formations. Now, going call, a lot of you might have heard that going call when the price hits the lower Bollinger and put when it hits the upper Bollinger is a recipe for long-term disaster. It doesn't work consistently. Regardless of what you have heard, just going with this simple strategy doesn't work consistently. When the slope and trajectory of the bands and the width between them align in a certain way, then you can increase your load to 70%. There are certain conditions that need to apply in order for this to become profitable. In BSB, in Blue Sky Binary, in our group, we look for 8 chart formations, 4 of which we will go through today. We will go through 3 strategies in the trend: the channel surfer, the waterfall, and the breakout, and we will go through the Bollinger Bands in a quiet market. Now, let's go over them. Now, first we'll discuss Bollinger Bands in a trend. Now, the channel surfer. I hope you can see my screen, and basically, what you're looking for in a channel surfer. First of all, you're looking for a tight upward or downward trending Bollinger Bands, 5 to 10 pips. You see this? This is an up channel here, this one. You see the bands are sloping upwards and are parallel. Okay? The second thing that you see is the price surfs along upper or lower Bollinger Band and then reverts to the middle band and then moves to a higher or lower low. So look at this. Look at what's happening. The price is surfing along the upper band. It's coming down to the MA. And then again, the MA repels it. It goes up. It surfs along the upper band. It goes down. It gets repelled and continues upwards. You see, all this is happening in a flat, in a parallel channel where the bands are sloping upwards. Now, the trade opportunity is to be triggered when the price is at the middle Bollinger in the direction of the channel. So once the price, this is an upward channel, once the price comes down from the upper band, then you take a call in the direction of the overall trend. This is the overall trend upward. So once the price goes down and it hits the MA, then you go on for a call. See, and you can do that a few times, 1 to 2 times within a trend. You can do that. So this is the first strategy. The second strategy, it is a waterfall. Now, the waterfall is a strategy that is used in the trend as well. And basically what you're looking for is 4 consecutive green or red candles in a row. 40 minutes worth of data, basically because you could trade this in a 10-minute chart. and also in an hourly chart as well. But let's say in a 10-minute chart, you are waiting for, let's say here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are candles, consecutive candles, green, and you see the price is already moving to one direction. You see here the bars expanding, which means that it is about to break out, it is about to go in that direction, and you see a trend happening here afterwards. So after you see 4 consecutive candles near the upper band, so if you see 4 green candles near the upper band, then you could go for a call. And here in this case, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles red here, you can go for a 5th. And so on and so forth. Please note that all strategies have a risk. No strategy is 100% guaranteed that it will work out. And please note that every time before you actually start using strategy with your real money, you need to be trying this in a demo account. This doesn't go only for these strategies that we're discussing here, but with every strategy that you may have or you may have heard or anything else. So, and let's discuss now the third strategy. It's a breakout. The breakout is a very interesting strategy that happens a lot of times, especially during news. So what you're looking for is constricting Bollinger bands from 20 or 30 pips wide to 5 or 10 pips. So you see here the bands are constricting, are coming together, the bands here, you see this here. And then you're looking for divergence of the Bollinger bands following the constriction. You see here, although they're constricted, now they're expanding very fast. And then you're looking for a breakout of price where the candle shoots up or down through the band. So you see here, the candle shoot up the band here, and again here. So at some point here, after the close of a candle, you can enter the trade for, on the direction of the trend that you're seeing happening, the breakout that you see developing. So it's a very simple strategy, especially traded with news. It's very important to trade when you have news. And what you're seeing here is basically before the announcement of news, you have the market slowing down and waiting for the news to come out. That's why you see very little movement, and that's why a lot of times you see price convergence, the convergence of the bands. But when the news actually come out and there is a surprise with the news, and we can discuss about how to trade the news in another webinar, but when there is a surprise in the news, then you actually see the price shooting up or down. In this case, it shoots up. These are 3 simple strategies that you can use in a trend. Now, let's discuss about a simple strategy that you can use in a quiet market. The Bollinger Bands that we discussed earlier. You see here, there's a flat channel, and this is the first thing that you're looking for. When you're trading the Bollinger Bands, when you're trading the bounce off one of the outer bands, this band needs to be flat. Please be very careful of that, be very aware of that. And also you need the price to have pierced the outer band and then place a trade for the reversal. It's a very simple strategy, It can become very efficient, but you need to be very careful with it when you're entering the trade. And also there needs to be absence of news. Because let's say you were about to trade it here and you were not aware of the news, then because as we said, when news happens, there is a breakout very often, you have lost miserably. So please be very careful. In order to trade the Bollinger Bands, you need to have quiet markets, absence of news, which is basically the case after 5 or 6 p.m. GMT where London closes. So please be very careful about that as well. Now, let's discuss a bit about the risks that you can avoid in currency trading. First of all, do not trust bots. 99% of bots are scams and are driven by affiliate marketers that are not traders. 5 to 10% of traders make money in FX, and the story is not much different in binary options. So understand that in order to beat the markets, you need to take time to understand a system and a strategy. Otherwise, you're just gambling. Experiencing drawdown may be a part of every trader's journey to eventual success and may teach you the flip side of making trades, namely money management, which is a skill in itself. Start small. This is a very important thing. Even if you have a strategy, even if you have a good strategy, or you have found an auto trader that works great or whatever, please be very careful with your money. Start small. Don't bet excessive amount of money of your capital, excessive percentages of your capital, and try and build it out slowly. You will eventually, if you haven't had the proper training, and even if you have had the proper training, if you cannot control your emotions very well, you will blow your account. It is very likely that it will happen. Almost every trader has blown an account or two. This is why you should start small, and if possible, start with a demo. Try out a strategy there, and then move on. It's very important. Start small, have proper money management, and then increase the trade size. Last but not least, 5% of signal services and signal rooms are legitimate, so be very careful when investing your hard-earned money into them. Ask for a performance record and an audit trail. This is very important. Before you invest your money anywhere, ask for a free trial, ask for a performance record, ask for an audit trail. So basically ask for guarantees that what you're getting is actually what you think you are. Okay? So please be very careful about this. Now, all you need in order to use the strategies that we discussed earlier is very easy. Access to a chart provider with 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour charts. Switch to candlesticks and add Bollinger bands, standard intervals, so 22, you can do that. A big screen so you can have 6 currency pair charts up. Traders should be placed out between 30 minutes, end of hour, and crossover expiry. And that's an optional. Our tool, the binary dashboard, finds setups like the ones we discussed 24 hours a day. So maybe you would like to try that as well. We offer a free trial, of course, and you may want to do that. Now, I'm available for Q&A. I will open the floor, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. While I'm waiting for your questions, I would like to mention something that is important I forgot to mention a bit earlier. Basically, for every strategy that you see, it is very, very important. Let me put it here again. It is very important. Let me just actually put the disclaimer that needs to be here for a few seconds. So please read this. And while you're reading this, let me tell you that every strategy, when you trade it, after you've traded in one currency pair 1 or 2 times, and you see it's working for you continuously, so you trade it now and you trade again in 10 minutes, and then in another 20 minutes, 10 minutes, you trade again and you win, if you're doing short-term trading, leave the pair. You have what they say in trading, milked the strategy, the formation, so move away. If something, the formation won't continue appearing forever. It will happen for a few minutes, for a few hours, and if you get the opportunity, you trade it, you win, take your money, go to the next opportunity. So don't try and milk excessively a formation. Get a win, get a second win, and then go change pair and proceed. Now, still no question, but while I'm waiting for a question, I'll just want to let you know that binary.com has launched a shop where you can find web applications, mobile applications, strategies, applications from binary.com, ebooks, and apparel that you may need from them. And inside there, you will also see a Signal Hype social trading tool, which is one of the tools that we have created. And it's offered to you there, and basically a system that can connect automatically to your binary.com account. So I won't go into details about this. although I'm just going to let you see how it looks. So basically, let me take you here. So basically, here we have different risk settings for all the different providers that are in Single Hive, and you can set them up. You can choose the amount that you want. You can choose the risk setting. This can communicate with your binary.com account, and you have full control over it. So try it out. It has a free trial for 7 days. You can connect to a demo account. It will work. If you change the settings, you can change the settings. Try it out and see if it feels right. If it doesn't, you haven't lost anything. You haven't paid any money. It's a demo account. You can leave it. But it's a powerful tool, and you might want to have a look at it. And again, it's available inside the binary.com shop. So no questions so far. So I would like to let you know that you can reach us at support@blueskybinary.com or add us Blue Sky Binary on Skype. We are located at www.blueskybinary.com and www.signalhive.com, and we offer a free trial for 7 days where we give education and trade recommendations. I see no questions, so I would like to thank you all very much for attending this webinar. If you have any questions, please send them at support@blueskybinary.com or support@binary.com, and we will be happy to help. So have a nice evening and see you again soon. Have a good day.